Following Geralt of Rivia's battle with the Kikimora in 1231, he enters the town of Blaviken and meets Renfrey, a cursed princess turned bandit. She is hunted by the wizard Strigobor, who believes her evil for being born during an eclipse. Strigobor lures Geralt to his hideout, seeking to hire him to kill Renfrey, but Geralt refuses. Renfrey later offers Geralt a counter-proposal, but he refuses with an ultimatum: live or die. In 1263, Nilfgaard conquers the northern kingdom of Sintra. Princess Freya, also known as Ciri, is sent away by her grandmother, Queen Calanthe, to escape and find Geralt. A Nilfgaardian officer Cahir captures Freya, but seeing the burning city and castle triggers her powers, allowing her to escape. Renfrey feigns agreement, but upon waking up the next morning, Geralt realizes Renfrey will not stop until Strigobor is dead, and he rushes to stop her. After killing her men, he fights and fatally wounds Renfrey, whose dying words tell of a girl in the forest who is his eternal destiny. Strigobor arrives to take Renfrey's body for autopsy. When Geralt opposes, the townsfolk force him to leave, urged on by Strigobor. In 1206, Hun Chabak Yennefer from Wengerberg of Eden is sold to Tisia the Vuris by her father. She is taken to Aretuza for training in magic, but finds the practice difficult. She forms a friendship with Istred, even revealing her quarter-elf heritage, which caused her deformity. Unbeknownst to either, Tisia and Strigobor were using Yennefer and Istred respectively to spy on each other. Later, Yennefer witnesses Tisia turning 3 students into eels to act as conduits powering Aretuza with magic. In 1240, Geralt is hired to investigate grain thefts in Posada and is followed by Giskia the Bard. They encounter a Sylvan named Tok, who knocks them unconscious and takes them to his mountain cave. There, Geralt meets Filavandrel, the Elven king, and urges he lead his people to better lands after being banished by the humans. Instead of killing them, Filavandrel frees Geralt and Giskia, taking the witch's words to heart. In 1263, Freya encounters Dara, a boy in the woods, who guides her to a refugee camp. Dara returns to save her when the camp is attacked by Cahir's forces. She later realizes Dara is an elf. In 1210, Yennefer and Istred become lovers while finishing their training. While Yennefer has the chance to transform her body into her ideal image during graduation, the Brotherhood of Sorcerers discuss the allocation of their newly initiated to their respective kingdoms. Through Strigobor's scheming, Yennefer is assigned to Nilfgaard instead of her preferred Eden due to her elven blood. Yennefer angrily breaks off her relationship with Istred, knowing only he could have told Strigobor about her heritage. Having missed graduation, Yennefer undergoes the painful transformation to be beautiful at the cost of her fertility. With her new body, Yennefer charms Eden, King Verfural into taking her as advisor, sending Fringilla to Nilfgaard instead. In 1243, Geralt enters the kingdom of Temeria to investigate a monster, assisted by Triss Merigold, King Foltest's sorceress advisor. He identifies the monster as a Striga, a creature born from a curse he later discovers was placed by the courtier Ostrit who learned about the affair between Foltest and his sister, Princess Ada. Using Ostrit as bait, Geralt battles to contain the Striga until dawn, which lifts the curse. In 1263, Freya enters a dense forest in a trance as Dara follows to help. In 1240, having served Eden for 30 years, Yennefer escorts Queen Kalis of Lyria when they are ambushed by an assassin. The assassin follows them through multiple portals, killing Kalis. Although Yennefer escapes with Kalis's newborn daughter, she finds that the baby had died in her arms. In 1249, Geralt accompanies Giskia to the betrothal feast of Princess Pavetta, Queen Calanthe's daughter. Urchin of Erlewald, also named Duny, interrupts to demand Pavetta's hand through the lore of surprise, having saved her father's life several years earlier. Urchin suffers from a curse that transformed him into a hedgehog-man creature. Despite Pavetta's acceptance, Calanthe refuses and a brawl ensues. When Calanthe tries killing Urchin, Pavetta activates her power, unleashing a maelstrom until Geralt and Mausesack intervene. Wanting her daughter happy, Calanthe marries Duny and Pavetta, which lifts Duny's curse. Duny, thankful for Geralt's aid, insists he take a reward, so Geralt jokingly invokes the lore of surprise for something Duny has but does not yet know. The crowd then immediately learns Pavetta is pregnant with Duny's child, Ciri. In 1263, Nilfgaard's forces resume their pursuit of Ciri with Mausesack as their prisoner. Meanwhile, Ciri and Dara encounter the Dryad Queen Aiden in Brokilon Forest, while Cahir and Fringilla track Ciri's location. Accidentally release it. Initially, it seems that Jizkia is the jinn's master, but then he falls seriously ill. Geralt seeks help from the nearest healer, the elf Cheredin, but since they need a mage to heal Jizkia, Cheredin reluctantly refers them to Yennefer. Although Yennefer cures Jizkia, her plan is to use him to capture the jinn and force it to grant her wish of regaining her fertility. As Jizkia uses his last wish, nothing happens and it is revealed that it is Geralt, not Jizkia, who has actually gained the wishes. Geralt realizes the jinn will kill Yennefer, so he uses his third and final wish to save her, but the wish itself is not revealed. The jinn leaves. Now free and safe, Yennefer asks what his third wish was, but Geralt falls asleep after they have sex without answering. In 1263, Cahir hires a Doppler to assume the identity of Mausesack. The Doppler copies his physical form and memories, then kills him. Later, Aiden allows Ciri to stay in Brokilon, but Mausesack arrives and requests Ciri and Dara leave with him. In 1262, Geralt and Jizkia are invited to join a dragon hunt by the adventurer Botch and his two bodyguards, T and Weir. Yennefer also joins the party, along with a band of dwarves and reavers. Professional monster hunters. After camping overnight, the party find the reavers have departed. The dwarves take the party to a mountain shortcut, but the bridge collapses. Bo's group sacrifices themselves rather than endanger the party. Geralt and Yennefer reconcile before reaching the dragon's den, but find it dead with T and Weir guarding the dragon's egg. Botch reveals himself as Willin Tretenmith, a golden dragon. The five of them defend the egg from the reavers. Geralt reveals to Yennefer his third wish bound their fates together. Believing her feelings to be artificial, Yennefer breaks off their fledgling relationship with him and leaves. Angered and hurt, Geralt blames Jizkia for his misfortunes and hopes that they never meet again. In 1263, Dara grows suspicious of Mausesack. So Ciri questions him and the Doppler reveals himself. In the scuffle, Dara is knocked out as Ciri escapes, but is captured by Cahir. Ciri reveals itself as the Doppler and fights Cahir before escaping. Dara frees the real Ciri, but fearing for his own safety, leaves her. In 1263, with Nilfgaard poised to invade Sintra, Geralt decides to invoke his lore of surprise and claim Ciri to protect her. But Calanthe, unwilling to give up the last remaining strand of her daughter's life, offers a different young girl in Ciri's place. After realizing the deception, Geralt confronts Calanthe and is then imprisoned by Iced. After visiting Istred and failing to reignite their relationship, Yennefer returns to Aretuza with the sorcerer Wilgefortz. When he announces his intention to rally mages to oppose Nilfgaard, she declines. The Brotherhood votes to remain neutral, but Tissia, Wilgefortz, Triss and other mages resolve to fight. Tissia convinces Yennefer to join. Nilfgaard invades Sintra, sacking the city and breaching the castle. Calanthe tries to send Ciri away with Geralt, but he has escaped his cell and is nowhere to be found. Ciri fends for herself after escaping Sintra, stealing a horse from a woman who offers her shelter. Later, she is discovered by her old friends who suddenly turn on her, and her powers activate. Having escaped from Sintra, Geralt defends a merchant from undead monsters, but is wounded and loses consciousness. Yennefer and the mages reinforce the strategic keep of Sodden Hill, aiming to prevent Nilfgaardian forces from invading the rest of the northern kingdoms. The Nilfgaardians launch their attack, with both sides utilizing magic and inflicting heavy casualties on each other. Tissia attempts to talk down Fringilla, but Fringilla disables her. Wilgefortz fights Cahir, but loses and is thrown down a hill. When Wilgefortz wakes up, he kills a northern sorcerer, revealing himself to be a turncoat. Nilfgaardian soldiers begin to overrun the fort, but Yennefer channels a massive stream of fire, then seemingly disappears. Ciri is awakened by the woman she stole the horse from earlier, and discovers the dead bodies around her. The woman takes her to her farm. Geralt dreams about his mother Visenna, who abandoned him as a child to be made into a witcher, then wakes to find himself on the merchant's cart. When they arrive at the merchant's farm, he hears the woman talk to the man about Ciri. He heads into the forest, where Ciri and Geralt finally meet and embrace. She asks Geralt who Yennefer is.